Well, it took them 6 years, but Hunt Showdown have finally had their first official crossover, their popular IP buy-in, your whatever you want to call it. They've added in a skin, and that skin is from not period cowboy movie insert here. It is from Scream, and it's Ghostface, and there's an advert here, and there's another advert there, and there's many adverts everywhere, even a video that announced Ghostface arrival in the game, which has more dislikes than likes, because no one really likes this, from what I can gather. It's very 50-50, but if you go anywhere else, then you'll just see constant blathering and moaning about the fact that it's been included. Most of the argument is that the very finely tuned aesthetics are being ruined by a 1990s movie character. And with its arrival, the Fortnitification has begun.
Oh shit! This Ghostface just ran at me with the fucking the fucking pump lance. The son of a bitch is just camping inside here. Yes! Fucking.
Oh, no, what got me? Someone else did. You Ghostface fuck. That's it, I've uninstalled this piece of shit.
Wait a minute. This isn't my world. Disappointed!
The reaction on Twitter X was, as you expect, wow, this is dumb, so dumb, says one person. Against this kind of thing, have really been making poor decision after poor decision, they say. Between the C4 stuff, we've really turned that corner. Goodbye, Hunt Showdown, we had a good run. It was a great 6 years, not a great direction, etc, etc. Overwhelmingly negative responses in the comments everywhere. Huge kind of summed up everyone's worry that the 1800s aesthetic is going to be ruined.
SpongeBob?
Hi, how are you?
Over on YouTube it was very much the same. Don't worry, they gave him a hat. Can't wait for Freddy Krueger, Donald Duck, Robocop, Popeye, etc. And this is the general consensus, and it all comes down to the person in charge, we believe. And that person in charge is David, that's not his name, it's Fairfield. The chap that used to work on Call of Duty. He worked on Call of Duty, among some other things, but who is David Fairfield? Who is this monster?
I can't believe that there are people that would do something like this. It's so sick and twisted.
Well, I'll tell you who he is. He's the chap that is now in charge as general manager. And look, he's wearing a hat, so he can't be all bad, surely. Just have a look at his games. He's worked on MechWarrior, he's worked on Marvel Alliance, he worked on Call of Duties, he worked on all Marvel Avengers. While he wasn't in charge of those games, there's a few on that list that are absolute dumpster fires, including Halo Infinite, and it kind of explains a few things. Now, Hunt did respond, and they said, this Halloween we welcome the Ghostface Hunter, a deadly persona that's evolved over centuries, a mantle passed down through time to embody fear. This edition has spurred discussion within the community about the inclusion of IP collaborations and what that means for the future of Hunt. Our approach to identifying and evaluating collaborations focuses on working with IPs and personalities that we think will add to the aesthetics. The aim for us is to enrich the narrative, weave this stuff into an ever-evolving mythos. We believe the Ghostface Rampage DLC fits into a dark supernatural atmosphere as an ageless, almost mythological feature. It's not. It's a crappy, overused skin from the 90s that we're clinging on to. The Scream movies aren't even good. They're not even good horror movies, and horror movies are generally shit, but they're really shit ones. And you know, they've forced it in. They've got some good mythological stuff that they've added to it, but this bit worries me. IPs and personalities. You know what that means. You know who's coming next, don't you? Oh, she's coming.
Playtime is over when Nikki drops in. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but girl, I am living.
Jokes aside, I understand this decision. From a business point of view, they need to try and bring in new players. They need to try and entice people that haven't already bought into the cowboy yeehaw, let's wear a hat murder fest. That is Hunt Showdown. The problem is that by doing that, they are sanitizing the originality of the game and sacrificing it for popularity, which is the way of everything. You sell out when you get too big for your own good. But with Hunt, they had something very special. They had unique gameplay, a unique atmosphere, a setting that is instantly identifiable, and a aesthetic which was unlike any other game, because it wasn't poisoned by Fortniting or CODing, warzoning, emoting, none of that stuff. Like, if I want to do emotes and I want to play as a banana, or watch Kratos dance on top of the body of a popular YouTuber, I will go and play Fortnite, because I know that's what is over there in Fortnite land. If I want to play as Snoop Dogg and Nicki Minaj teaming up against Homelander and Christ knows what else, I'll put on Warzone. There's a reason those two games are not installed in my system, and that's because I don't want to do that. And what's happened here is they've used practices used in different games that had vaster popularity. Fortnite started off as a kids game, really, because of its aesthetics, and those kids have grown up and they're still playing Fortnite, same as the ones that still play Roblox. Call of Duty started off as a shooter, but it was a generic shooter. It was accessible enough to most players that most players at some point of computer games have played a Call of Duty, whether your first one was Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, or whether it was Warzone, or way back when they used to do actual war games. But you've grown up with it and you come to expect that. It's expected, it's fairly basic and bland in its approach to most things, with its storylines and campaigns and all that crap. You know what you're getting. With Hunt, they had a niche. And it's very hard to sell a niche, I understand, so you try and open that niche up. But what they've done is crowbar in a reason to have this skin. Scream is mediocre, and Ghostface is identifiable, yes, but why is he in everything? Like, it's so painful to have had this turn up that a lot of people have turned away from the game entirely. Now, initially I did uninstall it, as you heard earlier on, but I've reinstalled it because I really like the game. I like the fact that they are adding to it, they're improving with the visuals, with the map design, they're adding in things that keep the game fresh and keep it feeling like an ever-evolving game that we are playing. But what they're sacrificing is that all-important immersion. Will seeing Ghostface really break immersion? No, it's no worse than the fucking katana they put in, which we all ignored because we all wanted to ignore it because no one wanted to accept the fact that they were definitely going to do this. Ultimately, it just gives you more people to aim at, because no longer will we be going for the bounties, we're going to be hunting Ghostface skins. And when Nicki Minaj eventually turns up as a Bayou sister, fine, I'll accept it, just like everyone else will have to. At the end of the day, it doesn't change the game itself. You can stop being a bitch about it and you can just play and accept it. It's a shame that for success, IPs and developers will sacrifice identity, but that's the way it is. I think the biggest point that developers should really look at is the fact that we don't all want to play the same games. If I want to play as a ridiculous character, I will turn on Fortnite. The reason I turn on Hunt is because it's not Fortnite, and they're going to lose a massive chunk of their player base by making it more like everything else. Their charm is that it's not like everything else. So my advice to them is take a deep breath, have a real good think, and don't be so smug in your replies, because they really did mug everyone off with their reply on Twitter. And actually think about, do we want to keep the original players that have kept us alive for the last 6 years while we haven't been that popular, no matter how hard Jack Frag tries or how much money we pay him? Or do we just want the kids to come in, spend a couple of dollars on their Hunt doubloons, and then stop playing it because it's just like everything else? Anyway, I don't care. Keep gaming, gamers. See you later.